The two. Hello. It's Elizabeth again, your presenter, doing the 16th of December, which is the month of perseverance, part 2. Okay, and we're going to read the psalm for today, which according to the King James 1611 translation of the Bible is Psalm 16. A miktam of David. Miktam, whatever that is. Preserve me, O God, for I take refuge in you. I said to the Lord, you are my Lord. I have no good besides you. As for the saints who are in the earth, they are the majestic ones, in whom is all my delight. The sorrows of those who have bartered for another God will be multiplied. I shall not pour out their drink offerings of blood, nor will I take their names upon my lips. The Lord is the portion of my inheritance and my cup. You support my lot. The lines have fallen to me in pleasant places. Indeed, my heritage is beautiful to me. I will bless the Lord who has counselled me. Indeed, my mind instructs me in the night. I have set the Lord continually before me, because he is at my right hand. I will not be shaken. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoices. My flesh also will dwell securely, for you will not abandon my soul to Sheol, nor will you allow your Holy One to undergo decay. You will make known to me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. In your right hand there are pleasures forever. I've got a reading for you for Sagittarius 7. As the Sagittarius 7, you are not only stand at the crossroads of life, you practically live there. Your development is a series of crucial decisions, most of them pertaining to the recurring choice of either a doer or a dreamer. If you choose your direction early in life and stay with it, you will not go astray from your appointed path, no matter which direction you follow. In the pattern of things, you are equally useful to God's design for the world as doer or dreamer, and as activist or contemplative. I want to stress this point because it is often not understood that a life of vigorous accomplishment isn't necessarily preferable to one of quiet meditation and unspoken aspiration. You are one of those rare persons who can try on both lifestyles for size and pick whichever for you is more comfortable. Your birth planets have made you submissive or aggressive, gentle or tyrannical, dependable or irresponsible, which is hilarious because if you listen to part 1's cartomancy for today, that's what it's all about. I'm putting these readings about the 7th or whatever it is division after the psalm because there is a saint associated with each of the months. There is a saint associated with Sagittarius. I'm going to start bringing that in. Bring it in. Okay. And now, if you've already heard them, you can turn off. But I'm going to once again read the 10 of Wands, which is with us. It is the third decanate of the Sagittarius temperance time, and it's with us until the 21st of December. And you can turn off if you've heard it. I don't say you've got to listen to this, but if you haven't heard it, it's here all in one day for you. And like I said, it's all in one day. Here we see the journeyman carrying a big load on his way to a settlement not too far away. He knows he can get there if he can focus and strive the best he can. His arms are wrapped around 10 wands, all sprouting, all alive, all can survive and be replanted. His head is part of the apparatus that is carrying it all, lodged into the bundle, helping to hold everything in place. His eyes can squint through the load. He can see the settlement up ahead. His nose can smell the wands, they are still fresh. His ears hear the rustle and grind of the timbers he carries, and also his measured footsteps. Step, 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 step. How many more? Not too many. At least it's not raining. The sky is clear, and the ground ahead is open. Step, step, step. Measured steps. Almost home. By golly, almost there. So this is the image of the Ten of Wands. Been there, done that? Of course you have. The Ten of Wands appears to be a solitary event for a solitary journeyman. But it is actually a complex set of realities. Every project you finalise, every plan you bring to fruition, every great idea you make an actuality brings you to a new reality. As you successfully finalise, you instigate a new phenomenon. It's like they say, energy is never destroyed, it is transferred. Everything for humans is building. We create structures in all our endeavours, and the Ten of Wands is all about what happens next. It is a card of success. It is. Who gets to carry 10 big wands home? Not many people. It has taken a lot of time, planning, work and belief to get this far. Maybe one person is responsible for the big win of this Ten of Wands. Maybe it's been a group effort. But the Ten of Wands is treasure and can now be used for many things. Shelter, firewood, to make tools, limbo dancing rods and flagpoles. Walking with the journeyman, we hear his controlled breathing. Boy, he really is concentrating on his task. Well, he has to. It's only temporary. Once he's home, he can put it all down and rest. But then he will have to do the next thing with the Ten of Wands. The journeyman cogitates as he trudges along. He is planning what happens next, after he's got the load home. He's got to build a shed and a good workbench. He's got to graft some fruit trees onto those Two of Wands, onto one or two of those wands, which must be cut to size for that. He can plant several new wands from cuttings and make an orchard of building stock timbers. He can throw a party when it's all done, put up a flag and get the neighbours around and limbo rock through the night while a fire burns nicely with some old timbers lying around the place which are no longer needed because of the new stock just arrived. With each inhalation and exhalation, he is planning the people he will involve in all these new activities, which will expand the environment and possibilities they all currently share. He is steeling himself for the loud protestations of his brother, who will tell him he's mad and it won't work. His wife, who will roll her eyes at the amount of cooking to do. His uncle, who's going to interfere and want everything done the old way. His sister, who will tell him it's all super and how can she help? Breathe in, breathe out. Stay calm. It will work. It will all work. But get home first. Get home safe. All that comes next. He's got to get home. It's urgent. He's got to be home by nightfall or be prey to robbers who troll the highways when it's dark. He's excited about the future. He will go and see Harry next door. Harry will help. So will Harry's son. Actually, if Harry and his son want to come out later this week, they can go get another 20 or 40 wands and turn the settlement into a fancy city. Yeah, well, breathe for now. Breathe and step. Breathe and step. Step. Maybe one of these wands can make a sort of a carrying tray. And if they get Harry's brother to help, they can all bring back 100 wands. It's responsibility. It's a big dream. But it is so worthwhile. It could change everything. Everyone would be better off. Imagine the pride and joy. The magnitude of it all. Everything is going to be absolutely fabulous. All he has to do is get the Ten of Wands home. It's taking everything he's got in him to do this big task. Before dark. he's got to keep it all together. And his arms are so sore, and his back hurts. His face is scratched, and his hands are bleeding. Hey, journeyman, keep going. Don't stop. Don't give in. Hold steady. Hold the line. You are on the verge of elevating your life, your community, into a brand new day. It will take involvement from others to bring it all to a successful close, but you've never been this close before to such a sensational dream, and it is so worth having. Finally, we'll look at temperance, which is also with us until the 21st of December. This is Major Arcana. This is like a heavenly thing in the stars, in the space. Anyway, so I'll read it out to you. Temperance. The astrological year waltzes forward, and having negotiated Scorpio's Major Arcana card, Death, we now encounter Sagittarius with its emblem, Temperance. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, promising expansion and blessings. Perhaps early in the temperance time, expansion may not be immediately evident, but by gee, the blessings invariably feel close by. At this light-hearted mini-moment, it is wise to note that after temperance, the waltz of the astrological year will hurdy-gurdy right into the time of Capricorn's The Devil. I'm just saying. Because the image of temperance shows an angel with one foot in clear water and the other on a dry bank, pouring liquid back and forth between two vessels. Time on earth is an expedition of sorts. Each morning we wake and begin a new day in a group and also individual passage through time, space, and geography, leading each one of us to an eventual rest and sleep again, ready for the next day. Whether or not you find this Earth expedition to be a trek through madness or a magnificent voyage through history and consciousness, we can nod at the various signposts along the way. In the realm of tarot, temperance is a signpost on the expedition. It displays a distinctive symbolic design. Temperance is a parable, a metaphor, an allegory. Temperance stops to think, blend, process, save, prepare. Sagittarius is a mutable sign. It does not lead, and it is not fixed. It examines and ascertains energies. It operates from being sure. The number 14, the number of temperance, warns against karmic backlashes for hasty actions. Care is needed, and temperance is showing care. All that said, placing temperance into a sort of historical time frame, now let's dive into the eddies and currents of those waters being sloshed from one vessel to the other. The questions Sagittarius asks, the seeming lack of respect for tact they display, the hilarity beyond the guffaw. We laugh with Sagittarius because they are so damn insightful. Half horse and half man? Yeah. Sagittarius gallops through the demure living room of your structured education, ancient good manners, one-dimensional insights, confused memories, things that are now recently proven to be untrue, and announces new realities loudly in your demure living room. Temperance sloshes not only the immediate past and the immediate future of death and the devil. Temperance does a cocktail bartender whiz-bang number on everything. Are you ready? The half horse and half man is in your demure living room. It must be acknowledged that temperance endeavours to balance the energies of death and the upcoming devil. The symbology of the card itself is blatant, an angel using two vessels to blend ingredients, be they physical or spiritual. Temperance is inserted into the snapshots of the expedition as we individually and collectively journey. We blend and mix the memories of yesterday into the realities of today, and we try to plan for what is ahead based upon what we have learned and what is now coming to light. The beginning of each day gives us that experience. We wake up each day and arm ourselves with what we have learned, believing it is what we know, hoping it is the truth. Perhaps at the end of each day we have learned that some things are actually not true. So we have learned something else. That learning and deduction takes time. As human beings, our expedition is a constant pursuit of harmony. Temperance is major arcana. Major arcana energies are brought to us by higher forces. Man must journey through these symbolic times and do the best we can. If Leo be the kindergarten teacher, Sagittarius is the university professor. Be grateful for this time. Between approximately November 23 and December 21, the human race glimpses the splendour of alchemy. That's it for today, folks. I'm very late getting this up. Best if I've got them up the day before, but I'm only a little human bean, B-E-A-N. Love yous.